Remember when a pork chop was actually called a pork chop? Well, the meat industry has decided to change the way it labels meat. It hopes it will make things more consumer friendly. Carrie Sanders explains.
It all started when the beef and pork producers looked at the names for their products and decided they're just too confusing. So a group with its own confusing name, URMIS, that's the Uniform Retail Meat Identification Standards, is now implementing an industry plan to rename the cuts of the meats you grew up with.
Consumers were confused, and the confusion was stopping them from buying more meat.
After extensive research and just in time for the barbecue grilling season, the industry is putting more than 350 names for common cuts of meat on the chopping block. The various cuts known as pork chops will become porterhouse chops, ribeye chops, and New York chops.
Consumers think a chop is a chop. And for us, there's a really different eating experience from one end of the loin to the other.
The pork butt, confusingly referring to shoulder meat, will be renamed a Boston roast. Beef chuck eye edge pot roast will become Denver roast, and beef shoulder top blade steak will become flat iron steak.
So I honestly do think it'll make people more comfortable, the consumer more comfortable in what they're buying.
It worked for fish, the slimehead renamed orange roughy, and the Patagonian toothfish, renamed Chilean sea bass. Hand in hand or hoof and hoof with the new meat names will be new labels that industry officials believe will be easier for shoppers to understand.
I don't think that a lot of people understand. They just look at the package and know that that's a pork chop.
That was Carrie Sanders reporting. We're not sure when, you might not know, we're not sure when those new labels will be coming out, although we do know that the changes will be voluntary.